Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Chords, that's Draven Grimes, and joining us for a special HSP is
The definition!
Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast.
Oh, I think I had a stroke.
We've got an interesting show for you guys today. We are doing a couple weeks ago we did the top wrestlers who have kind of suffered under the Triple H era. This week we're doing the wrestlers who have thrived under the Triple H era, and we will get into it right after this.
Cool! Live fast, we slow it down! Always ready to turn it around! Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain.
Alright, how's everybody doing?
Happy Sunday, y'all. What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm a little sad, dude. Just off the breaking news that just came out right now.
Yeah, but if you look at the comments, everybody seems to think that he's just playing because he thinks it's April 1st instead of June 1st. So I don't know what the situation is there, but it'd be pretty fucked up if it was real.
Yeah, so that we're talking about R-Truth went on his Twitter and made a big announcement that he got released by the WWE, but because it's R-Truth, not a lot of people seem to be believing it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
thinks he's just kind of confused as to what date it is. But I mean, even if he was cut like that, people would still think that he was just joking.
Yeah, like as soon as I posted it, someone said, "Watch, he's gonna show up on SmackDown, and people are gonna be like, wait, I thought you were released,' and he's, oh, my bad,' or something stupid like that."
Right, right. Because he was just in the main event last week.
And he was in a predominant spot on SmackDown.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about wrestlers who have thrived under WWE or since the Triple H era. So how are we gonna do this? You just want to go down a list, or
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure
I
ain't
put
talking about
together
TFK right now, that's for fucking sure.
I put together a list, except for the couple names that Dark, you requested a couple names to be added on here. The rest was put together by myself. So like last time, I want to see if my
lost you
mic
right
just
away.
went out there. Sorry about that.
oh, okay.
So like last time, I just want to see if you guys agree or disagree with this. Now, this list was put together based on WWE superstars that were already in the company during the Vince McMahon era. So we're comparing them when they were in the Vince McMahon era to now under the Triple H era. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, number 10. This is one of the names that Dark recommended for this list. This team was also part of the last list that we did that some people believe that they suffered under the Triple H era. Dark, you believe that they have actually improved more under the Triple H era, and that team is the New Day. So why do you think that is, Dark?
I mean, we had a lot of challenges talking about this one on the last list because it's hard to say that they had it bad under Vince McMahon when they won the title 11 times,
Something like that.
something like that. So it's hard to say that they had it bad, but I think the last couple of years of the Vince McMahon era, they were really sucking wind. Like it wasn't going well for them. Now they've got a new direction, a new persona, a new attitude, and I just think that it's just really good right now. Obviously they're the champs again, but I don't think the tag belts mean anything right now anymore, but it still gives them that accolade and their completely new attitude and everything. I just think it's a good change for them.
I stand on what I said last time. Exactly what you just said. To me, New Day needed a fresh coat of paint. And with this heel turn, with this new persona, with this the whole repackage,
Mhm.
it's good to have.
Yeah.
It's I mean, let's face it, even tag teams prior to, such as the Hardys, they've had to evolve at some point. The Dudleys had to evolve at some point. Edge and Christian had to evolve at some. So it's just a natural progression of going to that next step because if you don't evolve in this business, you become stale.
Yep.
But if you evolve too much, Chris Jericho, you become stale again anyway. Like you got to find that right balance. Like to me, the perfect example has always been the. He went from a mortician to the Lord of Darkness to leading the ministry to the American Badass. And once the Dead Man thing was missing enough, they brought that back.
Right.
And kind of just became a culmination of every prior gimmick up until that point. You have to learn to evolve with this business, otherwise you're gonna stall out. And I think with how New Day's done it, to me, I still think it should have been done 6 months prior. Like they needed this 6 months prior. But with the whole kicking out Big E thing, with them turning heel, with them having just new attitude, I'm excited to watch them again.
Yeah.
Because let's remember this: New Day started out as a heel faction, so to speak, and they just naturally progressed to becoming baby faces. So if you need them as a heel again, the pancakes, the bootios, the singing, the dancing, the trumpet or whatever the fuck they play, trombone, it's not going to fucking work in this day and age. You got to be a bad guy. So, yeah, I completely agree with Dark on this one. I disagree with you last time when they said they were hindered. New Day's doing some of the best work they've done fucking ever. Like the only thing that can make it better is if they somehow turn babyface again and Kofi starts to sound like a Jamaican again.
Right.
That's the only thing that's going to make it better for me.
This one's hard for me, you guys. I'm gonna say I agree. Also, they have been more interesting, even though to me they kind of fell off recently. When they first turned heel on Big E, I was like, "Oh, finally, we're gonna see them turn heel. We've been asking for this. We've been waiting for this." And unfortunately, yes, they put the titles on them, but I haven't really been interested in anything they've been doing since. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the Raw's tag team division right now.
I'm not a
So
fan
it's
of
just
any
like,
of the tag division right now.
or
I'm just,
yeah,
I'm just happy there's like legitimate tag teams holding the belts right now. That's the only thing I'm happy about.
yeah. Um, but that unfortunately that's not saying much. I was never interested in them before when they were in the Vince McMahon era, but I'm more interested now in them under the Triple H era. So I'm gonna have to agree with this.
So, would you say it's because of the repackage of the New Day, like this new
Yes,
chapter of it, rather than just the bootios and the flapjacks and the bullshit?
exactly. Yes.
So it's because they're more serious now than they were a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more of the cuz that New Day stuff I felt like it was just for the kids mostly and selling merch, it wasn't really
But in the era that
for
they were
me.
doing that, it was needed because it was
Yeah.
it was that era before AEW, before we had competition. We needed something to keep the fans' attention.
Right.
Yeah. So you get the pink, you get the light blue, you get the unicorns, you
You get
get
the
the
$20
cereal.
boxes of cereal, $20 for generic ass fucking Lucky Charms. Swear to God,
Terrible.
it was terrible and it was stale.
Ugh.
Thanks, FYE. Now I know why you're going out of business. All right, so what's your next one?
Next one is another one of Dark's ideas to add to this list is Damian Priest, y'all.
It's hard to argue this one too.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting there. What was Damian Priest before the Judgment Day? He was just another dude.
I mean, his highlight was the match with Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico.
Right. And since Triple H took over, I mean, he's a perennial main eventer right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, there's still a couple of holes in his game, but as with anybody, you're not going to be fucking perfect. So you're going to fill those holes in with time.
Yeah.
But given the conflicts that he's had with people like Drew McIntyre, with fucking the Bad Bunnies, with fucking everything he's gone through over the last, basically since he's left the Judgment Day,
Mm.
they're filling those holes in.
Yep.
Slowly but surely. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's already former world champion. They've made it clear he's going after the United States title. As long as he doesn't take that as like a demotional thing and he fucking runs with that shit good, I mean, he could be a two-time fucking U.S. champion. We always forget about that first U.S. title run because he was just lost in the mid-card.
Yeah.
Now he has the chance to take that title. And I'm not saying Jacob doesn't make it relevant, but he's going to make it more relevant because of the main event status of Damian Priest now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to dispute this one. It was the first one that came to my head. Him and Rio were the Judgment Day. I mean, the other guys are there, but the Judgment Day hasn't been the same since they left. They were the quasi baby part of the Judgment Day, not because they wrote it that way, but because that's how it came out naturally. And I think that's missing now. But yeah, Damian Priest is top notch right now.
Yeah, and he
100%.
still has a long way to go. Like right now, he's you can say in the mid card scene because he's going after the United States title. But I mean, he was champion before already, but I can definitely see him going for that heavyweight championship again in the future.
And that's the thing right now. In the future, right now, they don't need Damian Priest in the main event slot. They need some main event caliber talent in the mid card to keep the mid card relevant.
Mm.
Because you can only use LA Knight so many fucking times. Drew McIntyre is all fucking television for the foreseeable future. Who else do you have right now other than fucking Priest to fucking work Jacob Fatu? And don't say Solo because they haven't broke that shit up yet. You can't say Jacob, Jeff Cobb. I'm not fucking calling Mateo. Fuck all that shit. You can't use Jeff Cobb right now because he's still relatively new. So
Well, I
putting
think
him,
eventually they'll probably use Solo.
yeah, I mean that's coming, but the breakup hasn't happened yet. Like right now, if you break
Right.
him up, it's going to feel rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this past week was definitely a big step in that direction, though.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like the fact they got fucking Jeff Cobb following around Solo, hanging on his dick.
Yeah, no, they so far I'm not impressed, but he should have just been a destroyer, like walking out and just destroying people.
Like how Jacob did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that fucking Tour of the Isles finisher is so dope.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
I mean, we also saw Jacob Fatu in Money in the Bank qualifying match versus Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. I know you guys probably won't
That's what I'm
be
talking
very
about.
happy to hear that, but
Yeah,
you
that's
could
kind of
also
what we're
put
talking
Jacob
about.
Fatu versus those guys.
Huh?
You could also put Jacob Fatu versus those guys, can't you?
Not Andrade, no. They're going to make him fucking relevant again. Right now, Andrade just looks like a body for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he's just like stepping in to make sure that the Fatu solo program goes on its way.
Because
What up, Donovan?
how many times are we going to see Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes?
Serious.
Legitimately, and that's basically what it turned out to being is Andrade just getting another win on Carmelo.
Aleister Black versus Jacob Fatu.
Not yet. They really need to reestablish his aura and like the entrance can only do so much. The commentary team can only do so much. He's got to let his wrestling now do the speaking for him. Maybe in a couple months, yeah. But right now, yeah, Alistair just get built back up the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when it comes to Damian Priest, I think Damian Priest is one of the lucky ones because he was a big deal in NXT a long time ago. I want to say this was when Triple H was still running NXT, so he was a big deal there.
It was the
And then
transitional period between him and Sean. But you're right.
when he got called up, Vince McMahon was still in the company, but it was Triple H still also part of running the show in the main roster. So for the most part, I want to say Damian Priest was under Triple H throughout, NXT
Mm,
and the main roster.
because once he come up to the main roster, Vince still had final say so over everything. Like Triple H could push on it, but yeah, Vince still had final say so over everything. Vince had to sign off on the tag team match at WrestleMania with him, Miz, Morrison, and Bad Bunny. Even when the fucking Judgment Day thing started, Vince still had to sign off on him joining that. Vince was still in control when the fucking Bad Bunny match happened at Backlash.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he was
it
given
seemed
the
like
opportunities through Vince, but he hasn't thrived like he has since Triple H take over.
yeah, but for me, it just seemed like they always had big plans for Damian Priest since he was on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, when Vince McMahon took off, when he retired, which was June 17th, 2022, by the way, I forgot
I
to
remember
mention
those
that
conversations.
earlier.
That was a good day.
They fucking like sky's the limit was for Damian Priest at that point. So
You
yeah,
just got to fit him in the right place at the right time.
Right.
yeah. All right, y'all ready for the next one?
What up, Richard? Yeah.
This is where I started putting together these names. So you guys tell me if you agree or disagree. Number 8, Zelina Vega. Zelina
If
Vega,
you
I
just
put her
look
on
at it
this list.
from the aspect of her getting more TV time, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, who was running? It was it H that was running the show for the Backlash Puerto Rico.
Vince still had final say so over that one.
Oh, okay. Because I still think that was her biggest moment.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I don't know, that United States win was up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think it's what propelled her to be able to win these titles and be legitimate about
Oh,
it.
100%.
So
So the backlash in Puerto Rico was May 6, 2023.
Yeah,
Vince
Vince was
McMahon
still.
retired June 2022. So it
Yeah,
was
and Vince
all
came
Triple
back
H.
January of 23. Vince had his hand in the cookie jar.
Mm,
yeah, he came back as the executive board member and
Yep.
all that shit, trying to hostile take over the
And
thing.
remember, it was January of 24 is when he was forced out.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you because she does have the belt. She is on TV every week now. She's
Relevant. He's relevant.
Haley. The topic is wrestlers who have thrived under the Triple H era. Yeah, so I tend to agree with you. If you look at it from an overall, she's being seen more. She's got a title that, to me, is well, we've already talked about. Is definitely more relevant than the women's tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
It's only had 2 champs. You know, it's been defended a lot. I think it's a good belt for her.
And the backstory that she has,
Yeah.
linking her to that with her dad being one of the unfortunate victims of 9/11, really helps carry that aura of her being the United States champion
Yeah.
for her dad, for her family.
yeah, I never thought about that before.
Yeah. Like, she has an incredible story to tell. It's just a lot of people just push it to the side because she's like 5'1", 100 pounds, and they
Can't
just see her as
wrestle.
Alistair's wife.
They make a weird couple. I gotta admit.
But it works.
It looks
like I've
it's
seen
awesome.
them. I've seen them
but-
on their IG lives and stuff, and they just it works.
Yeah. So what made you put her on the list?
Um, because of pretty much everything you guys said, the fact that she's United States champion, she's being used on, weekly basis, and she's involved in like this with Chelsea Green, which is probably one of my favorite
She's hands down
women's superstar in WWE.
she's definitely my favorite diva right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just putting her over more and more. The people love her, and I think they're just using her the best way possible right now for her.
Yeah.
100%.
As compared to
100%.
before. I mean, she did win Queen of the Ring before, but they never really used her like they are now. That makes
Agreed.
sense.
Yeah, but that Queen of the Ring tournament was more gimmicky than anything, just to have something for the women.
Yeah.
It wasn't like last year when Nia won it and they got like a guaranteed title shot.
True. All right, well, let's throw it to our first commercial, and we will be right back. What up, yo faction? In today's day and age, internet security is of paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
It was really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keep your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the Capitol Hill murder? And you can't because you're one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. The VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month plus 3 free months if you sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. All right, we are back. Want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. Only $1.99 a month. Get you pretty much everything. Get you all the members-only videos. Got you the merch at cost. We do have a new merch store for the members. You guys that are members, either check the members-only posts on the channel, and it has the new link for that. A much better store, much faster turnaround. So yeah, check all that stuff out. $1.99. We'd love to have you.
Yep. As far as the 4.99s here, we had the Zoom call yesterday, and that was very, very interesting. We got into quite a few topics off wrestling that I didn't think we would even actually touch. I mean, no one even brought up Diddy, and we had to go kind of over the trial thus far, and you kind of had a fucking blast doing that.
Dude,
So,
Diddy is fucked.
dude.
Diddy is fucked. But you know what the fucked up thing is? Trump is thinking about pardoning him.
Of course he is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that one.
Fucking ridiculous.
But anyway,
And also, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. We just passed 10,000 subscribers. If we get to 20,000 subscribers this year, Draven is going to get the Heel Shit Podcast logo tattooed on his neck.
Cody Rhodes style.
So help us hit 20,000 subscribers.
And that's for shoot. That's not bullshit. I will fucking go do it like fucking that.
What up, Bret Hart? It's good to see that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us.
I'm a Sean guy.
Yeah,
I'm a Goldberg guy.
So you could take time away from. What did you say?
Nothing. Move on. Let's go on. What were you saying?
I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
What?
He's a Goldberg guy.
Yes, I'm glad you could take time away from hating Goldberg every day to come hang out with us in the chat.
Hey, he's done now.
Appreciate the sub, though.
Yeah. Anyway, what's next?
All right. Number 7, y'all.
Was it Bret Hart?
The world heavyweight champion, Mr. Yeet Man himself, likes to yeet on everything and everyone. Jey Uso.
Yeet.
100%, dude. Jey Uso.
Yeet.
Jey Uso is
Yeet.
lightning in a bottle. All right, there's nothing else in the industry like him right now. All right, he took the opportunity that he was given and made the absolute most out of it. No one gets bigger pops than Jey Uso right now. Nobody has fan engagement like Jey Uso right now.
Yeet.
All right, that's enough.
No, it's not. We're yeeting on everything today, man.
But yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I can't agree more with that.
Yeah, I can't disagree at all. And we've talked about this on many other weekend wrestlings and HSPs and even off air. He's the most organically grown babyface in pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
You can't disagree with it. You can't go, well, what about Will Ospreay? What about Mike Bailey? That's fucking cool. But in the mainstream world, if you ask who, just an average guy, who Jey Uso is versus who a Will Ospreay or Mike Bailey is, they're gonna know who the fuck Jey Uso is.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, Brett Hogan is the shits.
Oh yeah, 100%. Fuck the
him.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He's who was the last? I mean, I guess LA Knight was the last organically grown babyface, but
Yeah.
Jay is even bigger.
LA Knight started back out as a heel once he dropped the Max Dupree bullshit.
Right.
And he just naturally got, I think more or less he got over because of him being Bray's last opponent, and like the fans just really clung onto that. But there was a point where he wasn't even white hot. It was just nuclear. Like the exact opposite of nuclear. He was nuclear fucking hot.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. It's just like the thing with Cody not winning the title at Mania that first year with Roman. They made the wrong call there. They should have fucking boosted that motherfucker straight to the fucking moon. Straight to the moon. Especially when they were bringing in the World Heavyweight Championship right there. Could you imagine how different it would have been having that white, nuclear, hot baby face as your first world champion?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Jey Uso he's special right now.
Dude.
There's no doubt. He connects with the fans. Cody is definitely the captain of the ship, but Jey Uso still gets the biggest pops.
Mm-hmm.
And the most fan engagement. Most in arena fan engagement.
Jey is the workhorse of WWE right now. Because you're going to see Jey Uso work a lot more than you're going to see Cody Rhodes right now. Because Cody's become an attraction.
Right.
Jay's the workhorse.
Yep. And I think that's what they said. That's why Seth used that title. That's how the world title, I guess, is what they're going to make the workhorse title. They're around.
I mean, you know how I feel. I feel there's just too many fucking titles right now in pro wrestling, let alone just the top two companies.
Yeah.
But if they're going to make the World Heavyweight Championship, the big fake ass gold belt, the fucking workhorse title, you don't need these mid card titles.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. For all those reasons I put Jey Uso on this list, and also I feel like when Jey Uso was added to the Bloodline storyline, he was kind of just like another member of the group, like when Vince McMahon was still there. And I feel like personally, if my memory serves right, it wasn't until after Vince took off and Triple H took over that's when Jey Uso, his character and his, popularity just went up under Triple H. So I think it was fair to put him on here.
Yeah, and it's very interesting you brought the Bloodline. If you go back and rewatch when the Bloodline started to today, you can certainly see the long game with so. And the way that story was told was just chef's kiss. Fucking chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
What we got next?
Well, before we go on to the next one, let's throw it to another commercial real quick, and we will be right back.
Vodka evolved. Castell. Indulge in the red revolution.
All right. Thank you, Castell Vodka, our first Ride or Die sponsor. Been with us since the very beginning. Don't forget the YouTube memberships. It's only $1.99 a month. Get you all the good stuff. Members only videos. You get merch at cost. We just opened a new members only merch store that comes with that. Everything at cost. And check it out. We'd love to have you as a member. Also, like and subscribe. If we hit 20,000 subscribers, he's getting a new tat on his neck. So you got to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, hey Brett, just like your relevancy in professional wrestling these days, you're a day late and a dollar short on the R-Truth thing. Not sorry.
Yeah, our truth. I don't think he was actually released. I think that was him just forgetting that today was not April Fool's Day. Um,
I
um, all right, what you got next, Edgar?
All right. At number 6, we got Dominik Mysterio. Agree or disagree?
fuck, I can't.
I can't disagree, man. I can't disagree. That is 100% accurate. He is killing it, and it's kind of sad that he is getting there, but he is. He can't say anything bad about him right now.
He's gonna be world champion in 5 years.
I mean, he's had the most impressive chick roster
Dude,
in
he's
WWE
collecting
history.
chicks like Thanos collects Infinity Stones.
Dude,
Let's
serious.
call it what it is.
Dude, I mean, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, now Roxy. Like,
Roxy ain't been confirmed yet.
yet.
But those Dino Nuggies,
It's hard to turn down a chick with Dino
you
Nuggets.
fucking a right it is. And if they got some dipping sauce to go with it, oh, it's fucking.
So why'd you put him on the list, Edgar?
Well, when we first saw Dominik Mysterio, he was like this uninteresting baby face. And it wasn't until he got added to the Judgment Day where he started slowly, again, like Jey Uso, his popularity started rising. And Triple H took over. And now we see Dominik Mysterio, Intercontinental Champion. He's one of the most interesting things on the show. And pretty much anyone you put with Dominik Mysterio gets over automatically. From Liv Morgan to now we're going to see Roxanne Perez getting involved there. And I think Triple H has been doing amazing things with Dominik Mysterio.
Thomas, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
You can continue.
Do you guys see we got we got Chase Hansen in here. Do you guys see him?
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
he'll be on when
Okay.
we're done with this list.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's why I added Dom to this list.
Yeah, can't disagree with you or you. It's irrefutable, especially if you go back and you see the ovation that he got when he won the IC title at Mania this year. I wasn't expecting that fucking pop. I wasn't expecting it. Elwood, quit fucking with the camera.
Into our list.
5-1.
Havoc Energy Drink is the energy drink for gamers and streamers by gamers and streamers. Not only does it give you the B vitamins and caffeine that you're used to in your energy drinks, but it also has a healthy dose of creatine for mental acuity to help you win that next game or focus through that next stream. Go to tryhavocenergy.com and enter the code HSP10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Again, that's tryhavocenergy.com. Enter the code HSP10 for 10% off your order, or you can click the link. Click the link in the description. Don't lick anything. Click the link in the description, and it'll take you right there. Me and Raven swear by this stuff. Is the best morning coffee. It's an amazing product. So check it out and get you some 10% off.
Better than Bluetooth.
I don't know about all that, but
For morning coffee, yeah, don't take a Bluetooth.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Elwood. Guys, this is some Elwood shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Draven over there getting all excited. Look at him.
Anyway, what's next on the list there, Edgar? Ralph,
Next on
thank
the
you so
list.
much for becoming a member.
We can't talk about Dominik Mysterio without talking about his current girlfriend. At number 5, Liv Morgan. By the way, I just saw them kiss on some sports game in a kiss cam. I've never actually seen them kiss before,
Yeah?
but they did.
Jesus.
That was wild. But yeah, number 5, Liv Morgan as being one of the ones who has benefited the most under the Triple H era. Agree or disagree, fellas?
Dude, I have to agree, and I'm loving it. I love Liv Morgan. I don't make any bones about it. We've talked about it 1,000 times. I love Liv Morgan. I think she's finally getting the love that she deserves. She is definitely the Uber diva right now. And I couldn't be happier for her. I mean, championships, you know, I completely agree. And if Draven ever comes back in here, maybe he will too. But
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I put her on this list. Go ahead, Draven.
Wash your ass. Your balls stank. Fuck.
You had your
Soap,
face up there or
water,
something?
scrub, wash, rinse, repeat. Fuck.
Yeah, you had your face up there or something?
Threw it in my fucking face.
Oh.
He's probably had these pants on since he got hired here by somebody who shall not be fucking named.
God damn it.
oh
Owen.
god,
How are your pants so fucking clean looking, but they smell so stank?
I mean the lake makes them look clean. Just doesn't get out the
What
funk.
fucking...
The title of the show should be Elwood takes his pants off.
I can't.
Lauren, about the R-Truth release, I don't think it's real. Most people are saying that it's
Oh, it's hot.
a ruse because he just forgot that it's not April Fool's instead of April 1st instead of June 1st. So
Okay, so
What if he's just trying to pull a Mark Henry on John Cena like they did before?
that's right.
all right. So who was the person we're fucking talking about before I had my
Liv
fucking
Morgan.
bubble violated?
Liv Morgan. And I gotta agree.
You
because-
can't disagree. Look at the fuck. Look where she was when Vince was involved. The Riot Squad with a pink tongue and the pigtails and the. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, dude. Like she's her evolution,
So to speak.
so to speak, has been absolutely amazing. The minute she started going more hardcore, the minute that
As soon as she got away from the Riot Squad,
yeah,
she was able to kind of express herself a little bit more. There's not enough alcohol. Where's the fucking gully?
Kind of proud of myself, man. So far, you guys haven't disagreed with
Think so?
one name. Whoa. What is going on? Is
He
that
must
type of
Cleanse
day?
myself.
he had to cleanse his palate.
That shit's smooth.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Out of
it's
all the days, out of all the weekends, I haven't had not one sip. And look at Draven over here.
I got
Rub it in
fucking
my face.
sexually violated by a pair of stank ass pants. The fuck you mean? Well within my right. Keep your fucking pants on. Next, before I get into a fight, I'm gonna curve stomp this son of a bitch today.
Well, just really quick, I put Liv on here because I've never been a fan of Liv ever, and now she's really interesting, and she even got like a big fucking pop, when she came back unexpectedly and caught Dominik Mysterio red-handed flirting it up with Roxanne, and even I was into it. I was like, oh, here we go. So
And that's
Yeah,
what
Liv
they wanted the whole
Morgan.
time.
Hmm.
All right.
all right. Who we got next?
number 4, how about Naomi for number 4?
Oh damn, we can go suck a fucking dick, and I ain't talking about big Jims.
Naomi,
She's
yo.
been garbage since day fucking one of the Funkadactyls.
She has, and yes, her character change. I understand where you're coming from with this,
Dog shit.
but she's horrible. She's a horrible character actress. She's garbage. Oh, this was hold on, Ralph.
Oh yeah.
This is our other sponsor, Gully Rum. It's a cherry vanilla rum.
It makes some
And,
good rum and cokes, I'll tell you that.
Dude, the rum and coke this makes is absolutely ridiculous. And you can drink it straight if you really wanted. Because it's just that smooth.
Yeah.
But yeah, Naomi is interesting because I don't like the character. It might be a good character, but she doesn't play it well, and the way that she tries to be intimidating when she says proceed with caution, like it doesn't work for me. I can't get behind it. But yes, I think she's being pushed more now than she's ever been pushed, and I can get behind the list that that we're doing, that she probably fits that mold. It's just not for me.
I'm not gonna say it again. Dog water.
What do you
Yeah,
think,
not
Edgar?
for yeah, not for me either. I'm not a fan of Naomi. I've actually was a bigger fan of her before, um, because
She
at
was
one point she was
amazing.
SmackDown. At one point she was women's SmackDown champion,
Mm-hmm.
and I was rooting for her not because she was the greatest wrestler in the ring or anything, but I guess I just honestly just wanted to see a African American champion at the time, especially a female champion. So I was psyched about that, but no, not a fan of the character,
No.
not a fan of the character, not a fan of the in-ring abilities that she has, but she's getting pushed way more than she should be, I feel like, and that's why I put her
Agreed.
on this list.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the fact that she won that spot in the Money in the Bank,
That's still an Andrade thing. I just feel like she's just a body.
she's just a body. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if she won,
As far as the
Naomi.
women's, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Really?
But let's,
She's getting a lot of reactions now,
and
and I
that's
think that's what
fine
they
if it's
want.
going over with the casual audience.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
if
what they
it's
want is the casual audience
right.
Hmm.
to have them over more than just
But her
us.
promos are garbage.
100%.
She 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 was better as the Glow.
Being
Where
a
she,
Zayn.
yes, because she could come out, she could dance, she could do what she needs to do without speaking.
She stole my fucking.
She
submission.
shows her energy, does this. Everett, thank you so much. But I don't. I agree that she should be on this list. I don't agree that she should be on this list because
Damned if you do, damned if you
she
don't.
shouldn't be pushed the way she's being pushed.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to get their money's worth after bringing her back from TNA. They're actually using her, so I guess that's good. But yeah. All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Yep,
We kind of talked about this person a little while ago. At number 3, LA Knight.
Yeah.
100%.
Max Dupree. Come
Oh.
the fuck on.
Yeah, no,
Horrible.
he's been a shining star on the SmackDown brand. He was, like we were talking about before, he was a heel, and the crowd wasn't having that. They made him a babyface, whether the Fed wanted him to or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes the greatest character, is the one that the crowd steers you to naturally.
And he's a shining example of, as far as professional wrestling, you don't have to be the best professional wrestler. You just have to get your gimmick over.
Right.
Let's face it. There's about 8 or 9 people
No,
right off.
It's not muted, just bring it close to. Yes, that.
Anyway, there's about 8 or 9 people that are
You're good
better
at that.
wrestlers on the roster than
Yes.
LA Knight.
Yes.
But he's more over than those 8 or 9 people because his gimmick is over.
Yes. What'd you think, Edgar?
Yeah, I mean, LA Knight right now, he's over is over. But also at the same time, I feel kind of bad for him because he's like I feel like he's kind of reached his ceiling in the WWE, which is unfortunate. This is going to be his third Money in the Bank. He hasn't won, not one. I don't think he's going to win it this year.
Well,
I don't think we're ever.
let's look back at all the participants in Money in the Bank over the fucking years. There's been more losers than winners, and there's been people that's worked 5, 6, 7 Money in the Bank ladder matches. I wouldn't really say, him going into his third Money in the Bank and him not winning is going to define him as him hitting a ceiling. He's going to decline. I see it as if he doesn't win this, okay. As long as he still has the fan support behind him, they're going to find something else to do with him.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that eventually the people are just going to get over LA Knight. They're just going to be like, all right, whatever.
And that kind of falls back on what I said a couple of weeks ago. How can I miss you if you don't go away? That's
Yeah.
when you make him take a few months off to kind of have the fans miss him. When he comes back with that massive pop, he gets on the fucking mic, he does his spiel. He's got the fans right back in the palm of his hands. That's the good thing.
Do you
about
guys see him
professional
as?
wrestling.
Do you guys see him as winning the big one at one point still?
I see him winning the World Heavyweight Championship, not necessarily the WWE title. Because he is more of a workhorse style guy, but he's also getting up there in age. He's like, what, 44, 45 now? Like,
Yeah.
And I get it. He looks like he's in the prime of his career, but he has a lot less ring time in front of him than he does behind him.
100%.
So I'd say if he doesn't win the title within the next calendar year, even if it's just for a short stint, he's not going to get in WWE, which is fine because there's been a lot of guys that's never been world champion in WWE that's had Hall of Fame careers. Roddy Piper, Scott Hall. The list can go on. LA Knight can be a part of that list. Like, you don't have to be a world champion to be Hall of Fame caliber talent.
Yeah, but I can't deny the fact that Vince McMahon was holding him down. He was holding him back severely, and then Triple H took over, and now he's over is over.
Well, Vince didn't want him to wrestle at all because he was 40 already.
Yeah.
He had that whole mentality, but fuck. He looks better than most 30-year-olds in WWE. Like, there's nothing wrong with him.
No, he's as good as he's ever going to get. They just need to give him the opportunity. Like, his game is solid. Like, there's no holes in his game at this point.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. Number 2. At number 2, Logan Paul. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Number 2, Chelsea Green.
Chelsea
at
Green,
number 2.
definitely, especially considering. Yeah. Oh, Logan Paul's number 1.
Fired. He's fucking fired.
Only in my heart. No.
Didn't know you had one.
Evil.
Motherfucker went to Mania without us. Didn't even fucking tell us. Yeah.
I would definitely say Chelsea Green has flourished more, considering she was cut and he was the one that brought her back.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been amazing. I mean, if you guys think that Chelsea Green is just some Karen, go back and watch her at Lucha Underground.
Go watch her
or early
Impact.
TNA.
Yeah.
Or Impact, yeah. She's an amazing talent. She can play any character. What was her gimmick in TNA? Like the crazy bitch?
The crazy bride.
Crazy.
She got left at the fucking altar and she went fucking crazy. And she wrestled in a fucking wedding dress. And it fucking worked.
She's amazing. I think she deserves more.
I think she's getting those accolades now because, I mean, she is the first ever Women's United States champion. So that alone tells me that Hunter takes her seriously.
Yep.
I'm still just waiting for fucking Cardona to fucking show up. Because when that happens, they do the powerhouse couple thing on SmackDown. Oh, money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not for nothing too, but even after getting her nose broken, most people would be off TV if they had an injury like that, but they still used her like a few days later.
Hi, you met Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes broke his nose in 2011. He was on TV the next fucking week with that fucking mask. Same thing. They're just rehashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she's got to
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Yeah, she's fucking great. Yeah, the fact that she debuted in 2020 in the WWE, she was released a few times. They brought her back, and now, she's doing great things. So I thought it was fair to put Chelsea Green as number 2 for this list.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right,
Frank, you
y'all.
should definitely join. See, Ralph and Brandon saying that.
Draven even says yes.
Absolutely.
And Draven's favorite word is no.
So
Sometimes.
number 1, this guy was put on the last list as being one of the wrestlers who has been suffering under Triple H, which we thought was absolute bullshit that he was on that
McIntyre.
list because, au contraire, this guy, he's been such good shit in the WWE under Triple H. Number 1, Logan Paul. No, I'm kidding. Again, sorry guys. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. And it's kind of a shame because he was a Vince guy.
Mm-hmm. Sure
Vince loved him.
But remember, Vince also sent him packing.
He sent him packing.
But
he saddled him with the 3MB bullshit.
I was good with the 3MB bullshit. It was New Day before New Day happened. I was good with it. I was a fucking fan. But I think this is one of the few cases where Vince released somebody that he had a reason for it other than just wanting to save money. He wanted to, yes, Frank, he wanted to make him uncomfortable for him to either get crushed under the pressure or become that diamond, that chosen one that he always wanted McIntyre to be. And that's what he did. He went and fucking flourished. He went over to fucking Europe. He worked Impact. I think he worked Ring of Honor once or twice as well, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, but my mind's not 100% here. But McIntyre went, reinvented himself, and became, like LA Knight, the total fucking package for what a WWE superstar needs to be. Great in-ring work, great on the fucking mic. He can work babyface, he can work heel, he's dependable, and he's not injury prone. He works when it is means. Granted, his finish came from a botched dropkick, but still.
Did it really?
Yeah, if you go back, he was working when he had those leather pants on, and he went to go throw a fucking boot, and when he threw his fucking leg up, his other leg slipped up, and he hit like just the most on fucking point fucking drop kick to the chin, and knocked himself out. I'll send you the footage.
Yeah, do that. That sounds crazy.
I'm gonna do that right
I'm
now.
familiar with that fuck up though because I know, like, I've thrown a lot of head kicks and my base leg fly up and send you flying. I know all about that. So what do you think, Edgar? Why is he on the list?
He's just one of the top guys right now in WWE. All his feuds as of late, well, not all of them. I want to say, the CM Punk feud, fucking amazing. The Damian Priest feud, which lasted a year, was also great. Every time he gets on the mic, he's just able to be himself now under Triple H, and the people are loving it. The people are reacting to it, and I just, he's going to be off TV for a while, so I can't wait for him to come back and see what he's going to get into next.
Okay,
He's
hold up.
just
Frank,
amazing.
you the man. He's a new heel faction member plus.
I will.
So you will be involved in next month's Zoom call.
Beautiful. Take my hat off to you.
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Take
Good
my hat
stuff.
off.
Yes, go ahead, Edgar. Sorry.
Yeah,
No.
he put over Damian Priest too, which is really important. Since Damian Priest is going to be going after Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Great. Great stuff. Great stuff. That was a good list, man. Y'all came
got a
from
couple-
the dome, huh?
Yeah. It took me I put this together in a few minutes. It was fun. looking into these names, there was a couple names that I wanted to put on here that I was debating, and I was kind of just moving names around. But there was two names that I wanted to put on here that I didn't, that I like to mention really quick. Just hear you guys' thoughts. I
I
I
enjoyed this.
was thinking of adding CM Punk and Sami Zayn on here, but I left these two names off the list. But CM Punk, because he wouldn't even be in the WWE if Vince McMahon was still there. I think he was able to come back because of Triple H. Same thing with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, he was not as important in the WWE, I felt like, until now that Triple H has taken over. So how do you guys feel about those two names? Um,
I
even though
don't.
I didn't add them to the list.
What were the two, Punk and who?
Sami Zayn.
I can't say Sammy because I think he was at his hottest when he was challenging for the WWE title, and I'm pretty sure that was still under Vince.
When Sammy and Roman went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the biggest Sammy had ever been. I think he's been treated really well under Triple H. I do.
Mm-hmm. Because let's remember this. Before he got established with the bloodline, remember what Sammy was doing prior to. He was working WrestleMania with Johnny fucking Knoxville.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's in any way, shape, or form disrespectful, but that does speak to the caliber of talent Sammy is, but it also speaks to how highly Vince really thought of him.
Yeah.
Put him in a celebrity match. And let's face it, if it wasn't for the fact there was no DQ and had all the toys and the furniture in there, it'd have been dog shit.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sammy probably helped agent that match too.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing wrestler, a master in the ring. But I do think they missed the boat on making him the champion when he was at his peak. I mean, he was the biggest babyface in the company for a little while. When he left the bloodline right at that time, he was.
But didn't he go straight into the main event at WrestleMania, winning the tag championships?
Well, he did. That's what I'm saying.
I think that in itself, especially with Kevin being his tag partner at that point, was a bigger moment than him winning the world title.
You don't think him taking the belt from Roman at the time would have been?
It wouldn't have been believable. I would not have believed it 1 second. If Cody didn't do it the year prior,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, maybe. But I just think that he had been the biggest.
I think he was the most credible threat at that point up to Cody.
Right.
But he wasn't going to win it.
But yeah, he kind of cooled off, but he's back where he needs to be now, and we can thank Triple H for keeping that momentum.
I think he needs to turn heel. I think it's time for a rehash. They need to do something with him because he's kind of over as a babyface, but to me, he's starting to get stale.
A little bit.
And I'm not saying, do the same old shit like you'd always do and just turn him into like this chicken shit heel, but like, make him a badass.
I agree.
Let him pop out the brainbuster again.
Yes.
Not even the top rope brainbuster. Just like start using the brainbuster as a fucking finish. I mean, everybody else is starting to fucking use high angle suplexes. Fucking break that shit out. He's never hurt anybody with it.
No. So yeah.
And what was the other one? CM Punk.
Yeah, it's hard to say with that one too.
Punk was over with Vince as well as over with fucking Hunter. The difference is just who was writing the material. When Vince had him, he was the longest reigning WWE champion up to that point. He had Paul Heyman at his side. He had next to nobody telling him you can't say this or can't do this. And when he came back to WWE after the shit at AEW, yes, he had to play nice, but at the same time, he's allowed to kind of take that governor off when it's needed. You want case in point, the night after Elimination Chamber when he fucking went ham on Dwayne and John. You want another good point? The week before fucking the Hell in a Cell match, him and fucking Drew went at it. You can't tell me fucking Punk didn't come out the winner of that verbal strike.
Yep.
Anytime Punk needs to be that guy, they'll let him be that guy. But I also think Punk's mature enough now to know he doesn't always need to be that guy.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's why I decided to leave those two names off this list because I was like, I wasn't too sure, but
You just didn't want an hour-long session on CM Punk is all it was.
All right, we ready to get out of here?
Sure,
Yeah.
my man. We got some stuff we got to do today anyway. All right. Pleasantries?
Pleasantries.
Pleasantries, ladies and gentlemen. Due to some very fortunate circumstances, HSP will not be airing at its normal time, 12 noon next Sunday, as we will be live at River City WrestleCon in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, Darky Poo over here will be at WrestleCon that Saturday, getting some footage up for fans, and he will have Elwood with him as well. But Sunday, we will be doing some live streaming from the YouTube account, so don't expect, us at 12 noon in the studio talking shit and all that good stuff. Expect us to be at River City Wrestling Con talking to the biggest promoters, the biggest bookers, the biggest names there that we have the access to throughout the day. It's going to be fucking fantastic. But we will be having weekend wrestling Tuesday night, 8 p.m. with this sexy motherfucker right here, Dark Quartz. This ugly ass piece of shit, Ginger Rican Draven Grimes. And this Logan Paul duck-sicking motherfucker, goddamn Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast. Edgar, snug your shit.
hit me up, y'all. At Snug Wrestling. Follow
Slumber
me on
Slam.
my socials and check out all my content, my never-ending content that just
You ain't fucking
flows
wrong.
out of me. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Much appreciate you guys.
Always, brother, always. And we love coming on anytime you need us. Let's see, we did that. Chase Hansen, a benefit show this Saturday, Wausau, Florida. VIP front rows are sold out. General admission is still available. I believe it's $15 at the gate. If you want to pre-order them, you can get with Jack Patterson on Facebook. If you can't find him, get with me on either my gimmick page or my personal page. I'll direct you accordingly. Let's see, YouTube memberships, $1.99, $4.99, all that good shit. Y'all know this shit by now. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, you got to oh, no. Because episode 2 of Thursday Night Fantasy War, 7:30 p.m. Eastern,
Thursday.
we will be talking about the what if. What if the Undertaker streak was broken earlier, and who would have benefited from it the most? And we're not going to fantasy book somebody that wasn't on the streak. We're going to go down the list of who was on the streak and who would have benefited from it the most if it was broken. If you want to say that it should never have been broken, say that and give your reason why. If there's somebody on this list, and I'm talking from fucking Jake Roberts, number 1, to fucking AJ Styles, number 25. Tell us who, tell us why.
Yep.
And as always, fan interaction is not only wanted, it's intentional. So Thursday Night Fantasy Wars, Undertaker streak, 7:30. We're starting a little early on this one because I tend to run long on Undertaker shit. Now, don't forget about the merch. It's fucking beautiful, my man.
Beautiful.
As always, we have the TFK merchandise. We have the HSP merchandise. The Fuck Logan Paul, Edgar's favorite fucking shirt of all time. We have the Pole Watcher shirts, cups, shorts, hoodies, shirts, socks probably coming up in the near future because John Cena's got socks now, so why the fuck can't we? As well as starting in June, we've had quite a few people talk about these TFK hats. We will be having these as well as HSP versions coming up in June. If you want those, we're going to have to do this one old school style. We're going to have to send them out ourselves. But get with us when we have the merchandise in. We will give you prices. We'll give you shipping options, all that good stuff.
Sounds good.
That's about it.
Well, hope you guys had as much fun as we did. This was a good show. For Draven Grimes and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast.
And thank you, Chase Hansen, for coming on and giving us your time today.
Thank you. And thank you, Elwood, for your contribution.
Fuck him.
I'm Dark Chords. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing